Have you ever felt as though something was off with a friend or colleague, but you couldn't exactly find it? Maybe they smiled when you achieved, but their gaze fell short of yours. Perhaps they complimented you, but inside you knew it was fake. Possibly jealousy. Is it dishonesty? Usually we avoid these questions since nobody wants to consider that someone close to them could have latent hostility. But maintaining your peace and well-being depends on realizing envy and dishonesty in others, not only for avoiding embarrassing circumstances. I would want to invite you to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Before we get into the 10 ways to identify these subtle but dangerous habits in others. If you're willing to shift your viewpoint and establish closer, more honest relationships, see till the very last. These insights could fundamentally change your view of the people in your life and help you to save your marriage, career, and relationships. Now let's get into it. 1. Observe their actions. Consider yourself meeting someone fresh. Everything seems fantastic. Your approach is outstanding and the conversations are flowing. You then pass a turning point personally. You could be seeing an amazing relationship, or you could be ready to share with everyone a personal achievement, a rise at work. Though their answer is not what you expected, you want them to be happy for you. Retrace those steps right now. Just exactly what was it like? Was their attitude gently altered, or did they truly seem happy for you? Maybe they praised you even if their body language seemed odd. Maybe they said, "I'm happy for you," but subsequently their behavior didn't match the words. Did they seem less engaged, cancel events, or distance themselves? Envy, you see, shows itself more as action than as words. People motivated by envy could start behaving differently around you, not celebrating your achievements as much as you would have wanted. Your success reminds them of something they lack. Hence, instead of rejoicing with you, they can withdraw or seem indifferent. They might even completely ignore the topic and focus just on themselves. The true test is found right here. One can say all the right things, but their actions reveals their true feelings. Though with time, if you pay great attention, you will discover that their behavior presents a different picture even if envy can hide under a nice smile or polite words. Are they not now dodging you? Suddenly, do they show less support? Should you have ever gone through such a moment, think about how it affected you. Maybe you discounted it, but beneath it felt strange. Your gut feeling sensed something. This makes close attention to behavior quite important. Whether you are succeeding or failing, someone truly loving you will behave consistently. Has somebody acted unusually after you announced good news? Correct? It's unsettling exactly. Keep looking, since the next few pointers will help you find more subdued signs of possible envy buried under the surface. 2. Evaluate their response to your success. Let us now go through a situation whereby we have all been in telling someone we know good news. You most likely will get excited if you tell a buddy, boyfriend, or family about something great happening in your life. Maybe you bought a new house, landed your perfect job, or had a major relationship breakthrough. You expected huge excitement, high fives, and honest happiness. The response rather was, at most, lukewarm. Has anyone else lately gone through this? You talk about something important, and rather of gaining support, you get an odd sensation. Maybe the person says, "Oh, that's great, but there is little passion." Worse, they swiftly bring the conversation back to them, rarely acknowledging your success. When someone cannot fully value your achievement, it is one of the most evident signs of jealousy. Deep down, they feel as though your achievement somehow lessens them, even if they might not even recognize it. Their obsession with what they lack keeps them from offering the whole delight and support you so richly deserve. I remember once telling someone close of a major personal triumph. Months of work had gone toward this project. When it came time, I was ready to show it. Instead of celebrating with me, though, they discounted it and began discussing about something pointless immediately away. The hurt was terrible. Rather of experiencing solitude in my enjoyment, I had expected this person to be at my side. Has anyone ever had such a moment where you felt someone you loved not entirely valuing or celebrating your achievement? In such circumstances, you are not special. Even if this is a challenging revelation, it is imperative to spot these reactions. Think back on your own. Who do you think really supports your success? And one can also be quietly jealous. As we move forward, I will provide you more techniques to identify these impulses, so preserving your relationships and mental peace of mind. 3. Notice how they interact with those who can't benefit them. Most people overlook this, how one treats someone else who cannot assist them reveals their true character. Think about this. How does this individual behave in front of those without influence or power? Do they only show their finest side when it suits them or treat everyone with dignity? Imagine that evening is going great and you are on a date with someone new. You seem to be in touch. You are chatting and laughing. Then you start to see how they handle the valet, waiter, or counteragent. Are they kind and nice, or do they treat them as though they are beneath them? One major red flag here is the way someone treats others they think to be incapable of helping them most of the time. Displays jealousy and dishonesty. If someone treats someone they want anything from just politely or courteous, they could not be as real as they seem. I remember their whole attitude shifting when I was out with someone charming and interesting, addressing others of our circle from lower on the social ladder. The companion disappeared and they were cold, even scornful. Though startling, it provided all I needed to know about their character. Think back on your own relationships. Has anyone you know displayed this? Maybe a friend, partner, or co-worker showing individuals in positions of power respect but neglecting the same care for others. This can point to underlying jealousy or insecurity. Those who wear a mask of dishonesty will often show their own colors when they feel no one else is observing. If people think someone is beneath them, they won't waste time on the delusion. When someone treats someone who cannot benefit them harshly, someone plainly may be hiding deeper emotions of envy or dishonesty. Remember this the next time you are with someone and see how they behave when they think nobody else is there. Has this happened with someone close to you? If so, keep watching, since the next few things will help you to detect even more subdued signs of envy and dishonesty right under your eyes. 4. Distinguish between praise and flattery. Let's go over a situation we have all been across at some point. Compliments. They truly feel great, don't they? When someone values your work, style, or achievements, your day will shine. What if I told you, though, that not all compliments come from a real appreciation? Imagine yourself presenting something you are happy of, maybe a creative creation, a new clothing, or maybe a recent job success. When you tell a friend about it, their response is overdone. Amazing, you are truly extremely amazing. From what I have seen thus far, the best? Though that sounds fantastic, right? Does it actually feel that way? Flattery often has a secret agenda. Those that flatter could be seeking something from you, not genuinely valuing what you have done. Recall experiences from your love life. Did you ever receive compliments that seemed too flimsy or false? Maybe an ex-partner praised you just before asking a favor. Consider this: although flattery always comes with strings attached, compliments enable you to grow. Usually, compliments to you come from a real appreciation of your work and abilities. On the other hand, flattery is more about personal gain by means of manipulation. Though the moment could grab one quickly, consider the meaning underlying the words. Go over your relationships. Has anyone ever observed a pattern whereby someone seems to flatter you too much? Perhaps it felt great at the time, but looking back you wondered why it seemed unusual. Great alliances are built on real admiration. Both sides celebrate one another's successes free from underlying motives. Try this. How do the people in your life express thanks to you? Do they truly value your efforts, or do they lay it on thin whenever they need something? When you begin to separate actual gratitude from simple flattery, you will be more able to defend yourself against lies passing for praise. 5. Monitor consistency. Let us now address something absolutely crucial in every relationship: consistency. Every one of us long for consistent connections. Imagine you are seeing someone first seeming to be perfect. They seem to be really involved in your life, friendly and sensitive. Then though, their behavior starts to change dramatically. One minute they could be loving you, then far distant and indifferent. One should be somewhat dubious about this paradox. Go over your past relationships again. Has someone's view of you ever changed dramatically? Unsettling. Not least of all, you might recall a time when everything seemed to be in order then. A moment when their warmth disappeared and you began to wonder what went wrong. Usually inconsistencies reveal underlying envy or dishonesty. Someone might not really care about you if their behavior changes based on your situation or achievements. Should someone act cold one day, then celebrate your achievements the next? You may be dealing with someone battling with their envy. Remember the times you broke some very exciting news. Did they seem less involved sometimes, or always respond with great energy? Whether you are succeeding or struggling, real friends and partners show up often. They are not waivers depending on the surroundings. Think back on your own experiences. How do your loved ones respond when you are flourishing? Do they withdraw when you start to excel, or are they always motivating? This reflection can be enlightening and help you to more exactly understand the dynamics of your relationships. Now, stop to think about someone who has always been at your side, no matter what. Usually, those relationships satisfy one the most. Recall that as we grow. A solid, trusting connection depends on continuous assistance from loved ones. 6. Observe their attitude when criticized. Let us imagine a situation that would irritate anyone: criticism. We all deal with it, and our response to criticism reveals much about our moral principles. Imagine you are in a relationship and your boyfriend highlights something you might improve on. They lashing out furiously instead of walking in step will ruin the conversation. You understand the feeling then? That hole in your stomach when you realize you are facing hostility instead of open communication. One can discern a person's real nature from their reaction to criticism. Sometimes envious or dishonest people find it difficult to welcome any criticism. Critics could seem to them as a personal attack rather than as an opportunity for improvement. Have you lately gone through this? Maybe you had a moment when you tried to communicate your ideas to someone, and instead of getting understanding, you were met with contempt or animosity. Think back to a moment you offered someone constructive criticism. Their response came out as what? Did they pay attention, ponder, and perhaps offer thanks, or close down and turn defensive? The later is clear sign that something else is in progress. Someone's negative reaction to criticism could suggest problems with inadequacy or jealousy. They may be uncomfortable with themselves, which would lead to their denial of any shortcomings. On the other hand, a self-secure individual will welcome constructive criticism as a way of personal improvement. Your opinions will be welcomed rather than frightening them, since you show enough caring to help them to flourish. Think about your connections. Would you be comfortable making comments? It could be time to check that connection if someone constantly reacts negatively. Consider, how do you loved ones handle criticism? One opens eyes when one thinks about these interactions. Everybody wants to live around people who support our own growth. Therefore, keep in mind as we proceed how people around you respond to comments. The next time you come across criticism, personal or otherwise, take advantage of it to assess the real nature of individuals in your life. 7. Attentively notice unintentional comparisons. Let us discuss comparisons, a natural human tendency everyone experiences. Imagine you telling someone you love, heart to heart, your most recent successes or goals. Instead of celebrating with you, though, they start pointing out their own experiences, presumably one-upping you everywhere. Ever had that uneasiness in a conversation? It almost feels like a friend turned pleasant occasion into a competition. Those unintentional analogies might reveal a lot about someone's personality. When someone consistently points the spotlight back to themselves, instead of supporting you, they may be subtly jealous. Think back to a point in your romantic life when you shared something special, perhaps a new hobby you adore or a job offer. Did your partner answer with real passion, or did they shift to share their own story, therefore excluding you? This little shift can be instructive. Good partnerships allow both partners to recognize their own achievements. A loving partner will not only pay attention, but also improve you and show actual worry for your road forward. Although they can occur inadvertently, if they crop up frequently in your job, it may point to a more major issue resulting from insecurity or jealousy. How then do you approach these turning points? Think about the meaning underlying such parallels. Are they trying to connect with you or gently belittle your accomplishments? When you come across comparable situations the next time, halt. Consider their point of view instead of rejecting their words. The secret is to find out how these interactions affect your emotions. Are you invigorated and boosted, or tired and sidelined? Maintaining love and connection requires surrounding yourself with people who will celebrate your successes and share in your joy. Imagine a time when someone truly helped you. How did that make you feel? Value those instances and allow them guide you to find those truly in your corner from others who might be masking jealousy. 8. Pay attention to their reactions to personal failures. Let us now focus on something we all go through: failing. Especially with relation to our loved ones, negotiation can be challenging. Imagine recently experiencing a trying event, perhaps a job loss or a split. Asking for understanding and support, you inform a close friend. Instead, their response is indifferent or even dismissive, which isolates you in your struggle. Has anyone else run across this? It can be demoralizing to be vulnerable and someone you trust not showing sympathy. People's character is very much shown by their reaction to your mistakes. If they truly love you, they will be understanding and want to help you through hard conditions. Conversely, if they seem bored or even content at your pain, this could indicate a more severe issue, perhaps envy or even hate. Think about your own life events. Think back on a time you experienced a setback. Either gathered around you providing assistance, or your friend or partner moved away, leaving you to fend for yourself. Their answer speaks much about their real feelings for you. Knowing how your partner manages difficult situations is highly important in your love connection. A caring partner will calm and inspire you to get back on after a fall. They will see your difficulties as an opportunity to strengthen your relationship rather than as a reflection of their worth. When you next run across trouble, really pay close attention to how your loved ones respond. Do they seem more focused on their own emotions, or are they really concerned? This insight can help you to identify those close by who might be concealing their jealousy under a surface of indifference. Remember that someone's treatment of your blunders could be a mirror reflecting their real feelings. As we navigate our relationships, value those who really love you through trying circumstances. 9. Evaluate how they share personal information. Let us now investigate a subtle aspect of relationships: how Personal information is shared. Think about a time you shared with someone your dreams, anxieties, or concerns. While sharing personal information could indicate confidence, it's crucial to observe how that information is treated going forward. Has a friend ever seemed to be interested in sharing your secrets with others? Correct, it's uncomfortable. Imagine discussing your goals and then learning your personal data is being shared to others, perhaps distorting your words. That goes beyond a confidence betrayed. It may also indicate a will to discredit you or envy. Imagine someone who truly enjoys your relationship, handling your confidential data with great care. They won't random distribute it or turn it against you. Rather, they will respect your stories and experiences and guard them as sacrosanct. When you review your past relationships, go back to occasions when someone disclosed your personal information without your permission. From what feelings did that motivate? Any relationship is dependent on trust. Hence, a violated relationship can cause difficult to mend divisions. In married couples, this concept is much more crucial. Your partner should create a safe space where you could express yourself free from worries about exposure or criticism. If your loved one shares too much, it could be time to go over the dynamics of that relationship. Ask yourself how delicately your partners and friends treat personal information. Do they respect your limits or seem to enjoy narrating your story without considering your emotions? Put together those that value your confidence and assist you to keep it. Understanding how others relate. Personal information can help us to negotiate relationships with more clarity on our journey of love. Based on this guiding idea, choose people you welcome into your life such that they regard and respect your most personal experiences. 10. Listen to your inner voice. Let us now focus on something rather personal, your inner voice. Every one of us has a little voice inside that guides us through the demands of life. Actually, though, how frequently do we pay close attention? Imagine a moment in your love relationship when anything felt unusual, then write off it as overreaction. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt something was off but you choose to ignore those feelings? Maybe the words of a partner ran counter to their actions, or you sensed underlying discord. Your intuition, speaking from inside, is trying to protect you from possible harm. Learning to identify dishonesty and jealousy in others calls for first considerable attention to your own speech. When something looks odd, fight discounting of such feelings as paranoia. Instead, consider why you could be thinking that way. Often, your intuition picks up small signs your conscious mind would pass over. Think back on your love life. Remember moments when your instincts felt right? Maybe you feared to trust a lover or felt envy of a friend. Those feelings are very perceptive. They can guide your decisions and protect you from negative relationships. Give listening to your inner voice first priority as you travel. Though the excitement of a fresh romance or friendship could captivate you right away, keep great awareness of your own emotions. Should something look unusual, back off and evaluate the situation. Talk to your emotions. Ask yourself why you find yourself concerned. Remember earlier incidents when ignoring your inner voice resulted in regret? By means of awareness of your instincts, you will learn the actual driving forces behind the people in your vicinity. Remember that as we close our search, your inner voice will be a wonderful friend in negotiating relationships. Trust it, welcome it, and let it guide you in building real connections, anchored on mutual respect and trust. By focusing on these 10 clues, you can raise your awareness of the people around you and protect yourself against dishonesty and jealousy. These are expressions of more intense emotions and aspirations, not merely random behavior. Should this video appeal to you? Keep in mind to subscribe and like the video for more study on Stoicism, personal growth, and relationships. Remember that small actions can greatly affect your health, and ensure that you surround yourself with suitable people. Said otherwise, thank you for watching. Till next time.